The newly married woman went downstairs to air the clothes. As a result, my feet slipped. I fell straight downstairs. The husband gave her a calm glance. Not even a word of concern was said. The woman looked up. The steps were splashed with lard. The woman stood up silently to cook for her husband. Who knew it would cause a big fire when it ignited? She ran out holding her burnt arm. My husband still looked at me coldly, because everything was deliberately designed by him. She wants to kill her newlywed wife. Wife knows it well, but willing to endure, because she made a mistake that most people would make. The two met on a blind date. Both parties feel that they are suitable for marriage, so they quickly formed a small family. But women hate washing and cooking. I don't want to be a housewife. My mother-in-law is very dissatisfied with her. My husband is very considerate of him. The woman was originally very happy, but when it's time for couples to get close together, only then did I realize that my husband is a very conservative person. She thinks it's only been a month since we met and got married. The emotional foundation between the two is too shallow. Intimacy is something that can only be achieved when emotions are in place. The woman is speechless. Make a phone call and complain to your girlfriend. Husband is not good. Coincidentally heard by my husband. A man's self-esteem is instantly pierced with wounds and holes. Tear apart the honeymoon ticket with anger. Never touch a woman again, not even talking to him. Women are feeling sad in their hearts. A man named Darjuan appeared. Darjuan is a distant relative of her husband. He has a strong physique, sunny and cheerful. Coincidentally, the two still have common interests. They all enjoy reading mystery novels. A woman's heart is instantly in turmoil. I heard that Darjuan likes drinking tea. Women learn how to make tea from their husbands. Brew tea. But he directly gave it to Darjuan, who likes to eat lamb. Women take the initiative to learn how to make lamb. The husband thinks that his wife learned these things for his own hospitality. Built a small kitchen for my wife, secretly thinking of getting back together with his wife. Just when my wife decided to run away with Darjuan, Darjuan suddenly left without saying goodbye. He didn't even want to take a woman away. A battered woman unexpectedly told her husband the truth. The husband is happily eating the dinner prepared by his wife. My wife suddenly walked over in a daze. Tell her she's in love with someone. That person left her and left. The smile on the husband's face slowly faded away. She lowered her head to eat without saying a word. Bury all your anger in your heart. The next day, husband replaces contact lenses. Decided to give Darjuan a good lesson. He heard about Darjuan's whereabouts. Just prick it up with a screwdriver. Big and strong skin, rough and thick meat. Only slightly injured. Wait for my husband to attack again. Being easily dodged by Darjuan. She is thin and weak. Not a strong opponent at all. Being beaten up in public by Darjuan. The husband completely collapsed. Images that made him angry flashed through his mind from time to time. He never wants to see his wife again, so he forcefully asked his wife to leave. Woman. I can only drag my suitcase out, but I don't want Darjuan to spread the news about the two of them. The little thugs surrounded him and said some nonsensical things. Husband can't see through it. I pushed my wife back. When I went out, watching her husband stand out for herself, women finally understand what a man's responsibility is. She made up her mind to salvage her marriage. She used to hate doing housework. Now take the initiative to take on the responsibility of your wife. But her husband started to retaliate against him. Pour oil on the stairs, causing him to fall on the stove, pouring alcohol, and getting burned. When I slept with him at night, can stare at him all night. In order to relieve her husband's anger, he stood by the river, let her husband push him into the river. Husband pushes hard, the next second pulled him back. The woman cried and apologized to her husband. The husband feels the sincerity of his wife. He actually loves his wife very much in his heart, so I decided to forgive him, and put their lives back on track. However, good days haven't passed for a few days. Unexpectedly met Darjuan again. John saw that the two of them had reconciled, and ran to flirt with women as lowly as before. Husband doesn't say a word. Hit the gas pedal and hit Darjuan. The man kicked the gas pedal and hit the motorcycle in front of him. If it weren't for Darjuan running fast, a man is bound to bump him into the sky. Husband's maintenance once again, make their relationship more stable. But Darjuan reluctantly came to his door, threatened to pass on his photo with the woman. My husband said he wants to talk to Darjuan alone. Let my wife go to the vegetable market to buy meat. I need to eat it tonight. My wife took a car to the market. I bought a pig leg, also asked the vendor to help chop it up. But wait for him to come home. There was an explosion at home. The woman rushed into the house, found a broken hand on the ground, a woman's name tattooed on her wrist. It was the husband who deliberately removed the tattoo before getting married, although the body was blown apart. But the hands are indeed husbands. The police quickly discovered the relationship between the woman and Darjuan, suspected that they collaborated to kill their husband, but he saw Darjuan escaping from the river during surveillance. I can't catch a strong woman for now, but he couldn't escape the fate of being interrogated. They have a selfish interest in women, but the woman bit herself to death. I don't know anything. The police even brought out a lie detector. To avoid the lie detector, the woman stuck a nail in the sole of her shoe. The pain under his feet can keep his heart racing. As long as the heartbeat doesn't fluctuate much, you can just muddle through. The fact is exactly what he expected. With a lie detector, he cleared the suspicion. But the way he doesn't dare to touch the ground when he walks. still arousing suspicion from the police. The police found a nail on the sole of the shoe. Women can only be tested again. He still denies killing his husband this time. The fluctuation of the lie detector remains normal. Women really don't lie. But he didn't actually kill his husband. Why cheat with nails? The woman decided to leave the sad place with her luggage. Suddenly, a man held her hand. The other arm is empty. The person who died was not even her husband. It's about being big and strong. At that time, Dudron had a hand with her husband. Women protect their husbands. Kill Dudron with frozen pig head. The husband is trying to help his wife exonerate herself. First, I chopped off my strong hand. Use ice cubes to numb your arms. And then he cut off his tattooed arm with a knife. The person who pretended to die was himself. Finally, he disguised himself as a strong man and jumped into the river to escape. And the woman asked the vendor to help chop up the pig's leg to eliminate evidence. From now on, the woman flew away with her orphan.